Hey Sean, do you think people are less interested in traditional 3D animation now? The success of both Spider-Verse, Intergalactic, and Puss in Boots, I think, has shown people are more interested in different creative things. Well, I think it is kind of that, which is to say, people want interesting, great films, and they like seeing things they've never seen before. So forever, we just had 2D animation. Pixar comes along, and that is so refreshing and new. But the technology there was very tricky. It was very limited for about 15 years. They had to, break new ground in order for the daughter in Incredibles to have flowing hair. And that was like 10 years into 3D animated films. So they're just processing power, figuring out algorithms and things like that. And so for about 15 years, they're just like these breathtaking new innovations in regards to 3D animation. And then it reached a point in time where that just kind of took over, and that was kind of the preferred thing because it got so good. And now everyone is doing 3D animation. You do that for 10 years, and then that becomes stale. That we've seen 3D animation in every animated film is just gorgeous. It's stunning what they're able to do. Like when I watch animated CGI animated films, I just like to look at water in them because it looks so good. And like The Good Dinosaur, I remember watching that for the first time. Like, I'm not crazy about this movie, but the water looks so good. It's a strange thing to notice in a film, but every time I'm watching these animated movies, like, that is incredible. But the novelty of, wow, water looks incredible is faded. And all of this looks so sharp, and it's like moving toys in front of this is, wow, they cracked the code. It's not interesting anymore. People don't just want one thing. They like variety. They like something different. And so you're having kind of this return to more 2D animation, and then, of course, with what the Spider-Verse people, Mitchell's vs. Machines people are doing, just very new, outside-the-box, different animation that is fresh again. It's exciting again. It's cool again. So absolutely, I think that there is kind of a pulling away from 3D animation. Even the way you phrased the question, are people less interested in traditional 3D animation? Even that you would use that phrase. We've reached a point in time where you can apply the word traditional to 3D animation because it's been around long enough. And there's that look that you just kind of like, go, yeah, this looks fantastic, but I've seen it before. I think there's this window of time where people are just really excited to see something different. And I don't know if it's coincidentally, but the people that are doing really interesting things with animation these days also seem to be the people that are telling great stories. Actually, it's not a coincidence. Like when you have people that are like, I really want to do something different. I'm not trying to fit the formula. I'm not just trying to do what's easy. All of a sudden, they're taking creative risks with their storytelling. They're pouring their heart and soul into all of it. I want it to look great, and I want it to have a great core to it. So you're getting like Puss in Boots, which was fantastic. Like such a good movie that made my 4-year-old love it. While she can't understand the themes about death, but it's also very much appeals to adults in that regard, and it's funny and it looks awesome. So there's creativity poured into the whole thing. I think you can see some of the Disney projects recently where they have a very slick routine. They've cracked the code on 3D animation. They know all the beats that your movies are supposed to have, but then it starts to feel like franchise filmmaking, and not in the like studio franchise, in the like restaurant franchises, where you just have a formula, and everywhere you go, Chili's is the same everywhere. That doesn't mean Chili's is bad. I really like Chili's, but Chili's isn't interesting at all. And Disney's kind of done that with a lot of their franchises and their animation.
Most of these clips are pulled from my weekly Patreon live stream. Join at any level, and you can join the chat and ask all the questions you want. That's for as little as $2 per month. For $5 per month, you can get your name on my end card. For $25 per month, you can have a monthly video chat with me. Link is in the description for more details, and keep talking movies and TV too much.